Nigerian state media reporting a series of explosions outside the main mosque in Kano as Friday prayers were underway. Subsequent reports, quoting police sources, say armed gunmen then opened fire on worshippers, leaving at least 35 people dead and many more wounded. By some estimates, the death toll could grow much higher. Kano is Nigeria's second largest city. It is mostly Muslim, but there's a Christian presence. Bus stations and schools have been targeted in Kano before, but Christians have been the primary targets of those attacks. This attack, somewhat different. For the latest on the situation, Agence France Presse correspondent Benjamin Simon joins me now. He's on the phone with us from Lagos. What are the police telling you about any claims of responsibility or any suspects?
Police are telling us that insurgents or terrorists were involved. They very rarely use the words Boko Haram. That has been their tendency. They have said that among the gunmen who opened fire on people who were trying to flee, 4 were killed in a mob action in the aftermath of the attack. And the National Police spokesman, Emmanuel Ojukwu, told me that the remaining gunmen, who may number roughly 10, escaped amid the chaos that followed the blasts.
Now, this is a mosque, and it is not typical of Boko Haram to attack other Muslims, but at the same time, the emir of Kano, whose residence is in sight of this mosque, Mohammed Sanusi, he recently came out just earlier this month calling on Nigerians to arm themselves and prepare to do battle with Boko Haram.
That's true. I think it's important to note that Boko Haram has attacked scores and scores of Muslims, including mosques, throughout the insurgency. Today's attack was interesting for 2 reasons. Boko Haram has a long track record of targeting Nigeria's historic Islamic monarchs. These are people who they accuse of betraying the faith by submitting to the authority of Nigeria's secular government. Alongside that is Sanusi himself, who, of course, as you mentioned, made quite a dramatic speech last week during Friday prayers, where he essentially urged people across the north to arm themselves. He cast doubt on the ability of the military to protect civilians and to contain the insurgency. And so his message was to Northerners was that we have to protect ourselves. And he supported vigilante movements which have sprung up across the Northeast to battle Boko Haram.